Hello survivors, I'm GP bringing you the latest ARK news. And we finally got a structure reveal for ARK Survival Ascended. This is what I've been hoping to see and it's finally here. And if you missed it, we finally hit 10,000 subscribers. My heart goes out to all of you. It just means so much to me. So thank you all very much. But let's get on with the news. So this is probably the best comparison we've seen so far for the remastered ARK Survival Ascended. And it shows off a very noticeable change. The height of the walls. That's right, they are much taller than they are in ARK Survival Evolved. I personally love the fact that they're taller. It's something I've always liked about some of the building mods out there, that they are much more realistic in height. Because I've always hated how low a one wall ceiling was. It feels so cramped, particularly with the height of the survivors. So I'm really pleased about this. Of course, now that the walls are higher, this could very well change some of the well-known traps and build guides out there that have been built up over the 8 years. So I'm expecting to see a whole load of new ones of those coming out. What I'm also really liking here is the detail of the structures where they meet. On the original ARK, the edges of the stairs and the railings don't line up directly with the foundation. You got these little edges coming out, but in the ASA version they are perfectly lined up. It's just attention to detail that I love about that. It's probably an OCD thing though, so maybe just ignore me on that bit. Now, although the structures are looking really good in terms of detail, it's still not really showing off the lighting, which is something you'll get a great view of once it's in game and see exactly how it lights up the base, particularly through those windows. And speaking of windows, now that the walls are higher, will we finally have windows that are at head height instead of groin height? That's something else that's always frustrated me in ARK, is that these little windows you can hardly see out of without crouching. So hopefully that's been resolved in the remaster. They've also added some little touches which I don't think are just for the sake of the comparison, such as the footwear next to the bed. With the simple bed you've got a pair of hide boots, and with the bunk bed you've got some flak boots. Now I believe these come with the bed, they aren't going to be a separate item in the game, although I do notice the hide boots in the UE4 version are in a different position to the rest. Now of course the UE4 version, ARK Survival Evolved, doesn't actually have those little bits of footwear next to the bed, but they've been added to the image just for, I think, an image comparison rather than a content comparison. Now I'm wondering if you get a pair of tech boots next to the tech sleeping pod, but it's little attention to detail that I love about this, but again that may be more of a PvE thing. Now I was really hoping to see metal structures when they finally showed structures, but unfortunately we didn't get that. I still want to see how metal looks and how well it looks when it's painted, but I've got a feeling we might have to wait until ARK Survival Ascended is released to see that, but we are moving closer and closer to that point. But I don't know about you, but I do find, particularly with this wood structure, that the whole thing just looks really clean and tidy compared to the UE4 version, and I absolutely love that. It just makes it feel so much nicer and homely. And now with some of the structures revealed, what are we going to be seeing next time? Maybe some of the creatures? I really hope so. Or maybe some saddles if they've made any changes to those. Also, just to mention, in regards to the current community creature votes for Ragnarok, the submission stage will be ending on June the 12th, with the final round of voting of the final top 10 beginning immediately after that, so make sure to get your votes in. I will be doing videos for each of the top 10 creatures, so keep an eye out for those. And if you don't want to miss out on all the latest ARK news, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.